Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. You'll get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And when I'm not asking Bruce, hey, how big was Batista's? Well, you know. One of the things I like to do is help people save money. And if you're watching this video right now and you're in a 30-year loan, man, you're overpaying your single biggest bill and you may not even realize it. I want you to do a little experiment for me. Take your calculator out, multiply your monthly house payment by 360 payments. That's how many payments there are in a 30-year loan. That big scary number, that's your total of payments. You're looking at that number? You know you can do better. Keep more of your own money right now and go to savewithconrad.com. Or maybe you've got credit card debt. Man, it's not a matter of if I can save you money with that. Your average interest rate on a credit card is more than 20%. And by the way, all the interest you pay on those credit cards, it's not tax deductible. Whereas the mortgage interest, well, that is tax deductible. So if you owe this debt, it's up to you how to pay it back. Doesn't it make sense to get the cheapest rate possible and the greatest tax deduction possible? Find out how much money you can save right now for free at savewithconrad.com. You don't need perfect credit. Even scores in the 500s can be approved, and it's no cost out of pocket. But maybe best of all, we're licensed in more than 40 states. We can help more families than ever before. But how much can we save you? Find out right now for free with a quick quote from savewithconrad.com.
What happened when?
WHW Monday. And now, let's go to the ring. And here's your co-host. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to What Happened When? With the voice of your childhood, Tony Schiavone. Tony, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, do you feel old this week?
Yeah. It's
cause you are.
Yeah.
It's cause you are. It's cause you are. Well, there you go. Happy birthday belated to you. And hello to everyone watching What Happened When, because we are heading now towards the Great American Bash. This is the last show on the 28th, right before the team, so to speak, as we were, and as we always are, makes its way to Philadelphia, to Washington, to Memphis, to Charlotte, and Richmond, all points in between, as the old cliche goes. So anyway, hope you're doing well, Conrad. Hope everybody's doing well. And great time to be a wrestling fan. I say that so many times on a current level, because there's some great wrestling shows out there with all types of promotions. But there's also what?
You're exhausting as you just come on here and just kiss ass.
I'm in the business.
Oh.
I'm in the wrestling business. I got to promote our stuff. I was talking about not only us, I was talking about the WWE. I was talking about MLW. I was talking about NWA.
Who could forget?
Okay, yeah. Did I miss any? Ring of Honor, do they still work? New Japan Pro Wrestling? I don't know.
Yes.
Well, good. Anyway, anything you want to talk about that you're not going to rip me on?
Nope. I was hoping to just rip today.
Well, you've done a great job so far.
Well, of course, the reason we're here is we're watching June 28th, 1986, as we march towards the Great American Bash. And we're going to be watching one next week. The one from Charlotte in the stadium with, count 'em, 23,000 peoples.
Yep.
You excited, nervous, anxious?
All.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was it Father's Day or an anniversary or Christmas where you got a bug hoodie?
It was Christmas.
Yeah.
You like that?
No. I just want to know when you got it.
Bug? He's shitting on your shirt.
No.
So to speak.
It's your shirt. I'm not shitting on his shirt.
He's shitting on our shirt.
He shits on the floor. I see the little spray bottle in the background where he shit on the floor.
Yeah. Don't shit on the floor anymore.
How often have you had to say that to Lois?
Don't shit on the floor anymore. None. Hey, while we're here.
Did you ever have a girl shit on the floor?
No.
I did. She was ironing.
Are you serious?
She was ironing my shirt. And this is 2001.
Okay.
She's ironing my shirt, getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was 02. Yeah, second half 01. Either way, ironing my shirt, get me ready, trying to take care of me. And then,
in mid push, I mean, just shh, you hear the shh, you made that shit up.
no, I swear.
Oh,
I swear on my whole life.
okay.
Her name was Kelly.
Kelly. Her name was Kelly.
Yeah. But she's not a part of my life anymore.
I'm sure from that day, right?
Oh no. Let's just say I had a hand in her situation.
Oh,
So I couldn't be couldn't be real judgy.
Oh my God, you are not worth a fuck.
What does that mean? You okay? Tony's down.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this visual either in my head or out of it. I don't know.
Well,
you ain't worth a damn.
I felt bad for her. I'll say that. She's a trooper.
Ironing your shirt. Couldn't you wait till she finished ironing the shirt?
Well, here's the
you
deal.
Fucking whore.
I wasn't over there at that moment. I was finished.
Okay. Woo. Oh my God.
You all right?
Yeah, I don't know if I can complete the show now or not.
Well, we're gonna do our best. It's
we'll do that visual in my head. But I want to do this. You ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Oh my God! It's the Butts and Seats comic. There it is in your hands.
Yeah. How about that? This is the one of the preview editions of Butts
What's
and
called
Seats.
an ash can.
An ash can. Yeah.
How about me knowing things, you motherfucker? Put me over.
Okay, let's put this motherfucker over. He knows that this is an ash can. And there you go. I'm pretty ruggedly handsome. If you're watching the video, I'm pretty ruggedly handsome on this right here.
I would use it as an ashtray.
Got it. Got it. Buttsandseatscomic.com is where you can pre-order. It'll be coming out soon. I'll be going in August.
Wait. I thought the fundraising was over, right?
Yeah, fundraising's over, but now for those of you who weren't in on the fundraising, you can pre-order if you like.
So what was the point of all the fundraising if we're just going to sell them now?
To make more money? What the fuck you think it was about?
Oh, okay.
That should appeal to you.
I didn't think we did things for money around here.
Yeah. Okay. And no, to get the story out. It's a great story. I think it's a very good story. I'm very proud of it. And so there you go. And I'll be going to Astronomicon in Ann Arbor coming up in August. And I'll be going to the New York City Comic Con in October, and then C2E2 later on in the year. So there you go. And look at this. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh my.
Save with Conrad, your favorite whore, Tony Schiavone.
Boy, this is on time for me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I didn't know that was in there.
You didn't know that was in there? Did you know this was in here? For those of you watching on video, which I thought was fucking hilarious. It made me pop. A promotion for ad-free shows. Have you seen this one? And there you are, a comic book character. Oh, how about that? And all of us in your fists.
Just so you know, I didn't sign off on my likeness being used in this.
Really?
So you will be hearing from my attorney.
Which, by the way, would be Mike Dawkins, who is the same attorney for this one, so he can sue himself. Which he probably would do to make money off himself.
Allegedly, there's a forward in there too.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's in the big one. It's not in the preview edition. It's not in the ash can.
Well, allegedly, the person who helped with the forward, according to the rumor and innuendo, shit on you a little bit.
Yeah. At least I wasn't ironing his shirt.
Is that your new thing?
Yeah. Taking a shit and ironing a shirt. What have we become? What have you become? You were always like that. I know what I've become.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to thank you for not coming to my 40th birthday party. I know you didn't come to my wedding, but you didn't come to my 40th birthday either. And he's like, oh, get dynamite. I'm going to work. It's kind of bullshit, really.
You a fucking lie.
What does that mean?
It means that you're just a fucking lie.
Okay.
Okay. You know, always this, come to my, you do my wedding, come to my birthday party. I came to your Super Bowl party a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Lois got hooked on moonshine thanks to Big Booty Judy.
I love it's my fault that your wife is a lush.
Yes, it is. All the vices in my life are thanks to you.
Well,
who was a mere 4 years old when I was on the studio, when I was standing in the studio at TBS.
No, that's not true. The day before this, I had just turned 5 years old.
Okay, 5 years old.
5 years old. I was just me years old.
Hi, Tony Schiavone, David Crockett. Hello to all of our fans, that little degenerate in Huntsville, Alabama. You're only 5 years old right now, but we know what's going to happen to you once you're of age to have a girl start ironing your shirts.
Just mentioned that the Flair family make really good ironers. So without any further ado, I think it's time for us to do a little bit of a countdown, Tony.
Okay. Again, this is 6/28/1986. And Conrad, if they're looking to watch along, how do they do that?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Tony, because we get that question quite a bit. You know, I really want to watch, but now that it's not on the WWE network, or now that my network subscription's canceled, I don't know what to do. And I tried to sign up for Peacock, but it wasn't on there. And I just hate Peacock, and I just miss the way things were. And I just want to watch the show. How did I do a watch along? My advice to you would be check the comments. So one more time, if you would like to do a watch along with us, don't fret. Find the comments. It should be good to go.
What you gonna do when the comments run wild on you? And it's time for our special countdown.
Let my family save your family some cash. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need money out of your pocket, but we will save you money. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of how much. SaveWithConrad.com.
This week.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, the one, the only Mark Nelson from San Jose, California, and you're about to hear a podcast that is guaranteed to put butts in seats, even those butts that need to be manscaped. This is the greatest podcast in the history of our great sport. Hey, a huge shout out to the 40-year-old virgin, Conrad Thompson. Conrad, what's up? Now, let's get ready to play ball in 3, 2, 1, play!
Look at Hulk! Flair! Trying everything! Hulk goes right after him!
Oh, Philadelphia in the base!
Oh! Look at it! Hulk presses Ric Flair!
So a little bit of a recap from last week, and I'm excited the follow up. You know, we're really starting to get to the nitty gritty. This is the last time we would see the TBS show before the bash started. July 1st in Philadelphia. So just a couple of days after this,
Right.
the stadium tour begins, man.
Good stuff. How about Tony Schiavone saying, oh, Philadelphia in the bash?
World Championship Wrestling. I'm David Crockett, Tony Schiavone, and Jim Cornette, Big Bubba.
Well, you know, Tony and David, I thought I'd come out here. I'd be the co-host today because the Great American Bash is just around the co-host. That's right, whole thing. Great American Bash is just around the corner, the biggest party of the summer. You can see I'm already with my papers. I'm going to tell everybody about it because you two are doing a mediocre job, but this calls for a great job. And besides that, I'm going to tell everybody what's going to happen to Baby Doll during that Great American Bash, because let me tell you something, darling. You're so fat, when you stand on a street corner, cops come up and tell you to break it up, and I'm going to wear some of that weight off of you, and I'm going to finish you once and for all. And tonight, as a matter of fact, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Dolly's boys, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, they're going to find out what it's like to cross the Tag Team Champions of the world. Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
The cops come along and say, hey, break it up.
He's got them all, man. He had all the one-liners, all the jokes, everything, man. Nobody was like him. Nobody. There was never, I don't think there'll ever be another one like him.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Just a talent, a major, major talent. And we were all better for him being on TBS. We were. Don't think that Jim Cornette and his Midnight Express were a big part of our success, because they were. As much as Dusty Flair, I mean, good God, that Rock and Roll Express thing was a big deal. Here's Sam Houston. Saw Sam on Dark Side of the Ring. He's aged a little bit, hasn't he?
Well, who hadn't?
Who hadn't? Yeah. I know, you 40-year-old goof. Wow, how about that? See, Sam was pretty good, man.
Why are you saying I'm a 40-year-old goof?
Maybe because you are. I don't know.
Well, I'm 40, but I don't know that I go so far as to call me a goddamn goof.
Well, it's just, I've heard people say that.
About me?
Yeah, about you. Not me. I wouldn't say that. I'd never say that, but I've heard people regard you as a 40-year-old goof.
Those people must be haters. Casio. They probably have Facebook.
Paul Bromwell. Sorry, I was choking there a little bit.
Were you choking on these nuts?
Hey, we got to get back on the road, you and me, buddy. We got to. You don't seem to be.
Why do you keep beating this drum?
Because you don't seem to be too excited about it. When we first started doing this, you were excited about us getting on the road a couple of years ago.
Well, no,
and now
I'm all for it. On the weekend, you're trying to do fucking Tuesday night shit.
No, I'm not. I can't do Tuesday night shit, man. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm doing AEW stuff.
Yeah, but we got to piggyback wrestling events.
Well, let's piggyback a Rampage when we go do that live.
Well, I'm for it. I think y'all are going to Baltimore in September.
Yeah, going to Pittsburgh coming up soon.
I'm just saying, I think when some of these things start to come to fruition, I'm down to clown on the weekend.
I've got a whole new routine.
Oh, I've seen some of it. It's good.
This is where I practice being a stand-up comedian
on this show.
On this show when we go out live, and I practice it because I know I've got a kind of a captive audience, and so because they'll laugh at most of my silly shit. But I got a whole new routine. So anyway, here we go with another.
You okay?
I will never look at an ironing board the same way again. Ever. I will never. Every time Lois pulls out an iron, which I don't think she's done in like 20 years, I'll say, be careful. You never know what'll happen.
It's true.
Yeah. So how was your birthday party? Good?
I mean, if you gave a shit, you'd have been here, Well,
you can do, okay, but the people out there want to know how your birthday party is.
It was great.
What? That's good.
Thank you for everyone who sent me some well wishes on the internets and social medias and whatnot. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate my real friends who actually came.
Little bit of alcohol was served at your birthday party. You think?
Ric Flair was running around wondering where you were.
Whew. Glad I missed that.
He said, boy, you'd think after you got him back up and going, he'd at least show up. And I said, I agree, Dad. Can you imagine a scenario where
oh God. Well, it's good to see that I'm going to be working closely with an extended member of the Flair family soon.
Oh yeah, Sophia. Shout out to Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah. Shout out to Sophia. Okay, so here we got the Midnight Express. And you know what was different about what we're seeing this week? Last week's show, we had like an hour show, or
Right.
actually without the commercial, ended up being 30 minutes of watch time. But they're putting in a little time here, aren't they?
Yeah, totally different match.
Yeah.
And different opponents too.
Sure.
You know,
Guys
George
that can go.
South and Sam Houston.
Yeah, guys can go, and they're selling for them a little bit here too. George, who became a pretty good trainer in his day. I know Big Swole will agree.
I didn't know she was a George guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's very cool.
And
so Tony, what's your next big goal in life? You told us last week you were thinking about getting a Range Rover. If you wind up pulling the trigger on the Range Rover, and we hope you do, because we love to see you get in debt. What's next?
Well, let's see. We need a new driveway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know how much those. I don't know how much those cost. About $5,000, maybe.
Oh no, it's more than that.
Is it really?
I don't care.
And most of them not only say, do they want Baby Doll to get her hands on you, but most of them say when she does, they think she can take care of you.
Well, let me tell you something. The majority of the people that write cards and letters to this program, obviously, because I've seen some of them, don't think at all. But if you do think, I'll give you something to think about. Baby Doll is a dead duck during the Great American Bash because I've had it. I've had it with all the things she's been saying. I've had it with all her idle threats. I've had it with all her false accusations. She's got no place in professional wrestling, and she's not going to be in professional wrestling when the Great American Bash season is over with, Baby Doll. I promise you that. If you think your friends are going to help you, you're sadly mistaken. And always remember one more thing, Baby Doll. Even when you can't see Bubba, Bubba can see you.
Fans, we're coming right back right after this.
That was creepy.
Yeah, it was.
Even when you can't see Bubba, Bubba can see you. That's almost like a Santa Claus thing.
Or Bubba in the closet.
Oh.
Jim Cornette along with Big Bubba with
You know, this job is easier than I thought, Tony Schiavone, but let me come on in here, Bubba. I want to talk about Big Bubba Rogers right now. Shut up, you idiots. My personal bodyguard, the invincible, the indestructible, the invulnerable Bubba Rogers. He's here to make sure that no harm comes to me. Thanks to Mama for sending him down. Thank you, Mama. And look at this right here. The classic example of you don't mess around with Bubba. Dusty Rhodes, American Dream, modern day John Wayne, took his best shot with a lethal weapon. Couldn't phase Bubba, couldn't put Bubba down. And Dusty, you better watch out. You better mind your back because Bubba's mad at you now. And you wouldn't like Bubba when he's mad, Dusty.
Okay, there's something I want to bring up right here, Jim. We have seen your
Bubba's not breakfast.
we've seen your public workout, haven't we?
Yes,
We've seen your
yes,
public
you have.
workout.
Great
There's
public
another lady, the Perfect 10, a very special lady who just recently had her own little workout. We want all the
You can't
fans.
show something like that on
We
television.
want all the fans take a look at it right now.
Oh my God. It is a Baby Doll
Workout
training
video.
video. You know what I just realized? When she bites her lip, that tight shirt right there, she looks a little bit like Lauren Yaffe.
I guess so. Blonde. I guess.
What are we watching right now? We're watching
She's-
Stretch.
She's stretching, baby. Oh, look at that. That'll help the abs.
Can you imagine minding your fat ass trying to do one of those?
No.
Want to see an announcer get dumped on his head?
Huh.
I don't know what to think of this, Tony.
It's just a Baby Doll workout video. I mean, we got to promote that she's going to be in the ring against Jim Cornette, right?
But she's doing it with 5-pound weights.
No, those are more than 5-pound weights.
Yeah.
Those are probably like 15-pound weights.
I'm being a smart ass, Tony. The point is, usually when we see something like this, it's like Hulk Hogan bending the fucking bar.
Right.
I'm not shitting. But I'm just saying we're watching a lady squat 135 here.
Who's her spotter there? Jerry Lawler?
No,
It looks like that very brief shot. It looked like Jerry Lawler.
She's way too old for him. He wouldn't.
Oh, man, I set you up for that one, didn't I?
Don't step on it next time. I had it ready faster, and you stepped on it. By the way, boy, I forgot to tell you this. But, me and you say a lot of bullshit on this show. We're trying to entertain you.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be a journalistic rundown.
No, it's not.
We're trying to make you laugh. Let's not overthink this.
Okay, so
anyway, I got a text message from a Hall of Famer who was not happy.
Not happy?
Not at all.
With our podcast?
Yep.
Okay.
About things that we were saying.
What exactly did we say that this Hall of Famer's not happy about?
I don't know, but I denied it. And they sent me links. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe. That was a long time ago. I don't remember. Sorry. It was old stuff.
Oh, good. Do I know this Hall of Famer?
Help me explain what we just watched. We got the Russians here going to take on Vernon Deaton, Rocky King, and Gene Ligon.
Oh.
By the way, Rocky King, I was like $1 million. Did he not?
Yeah, he was great.
Hypothetically, though, talk me through what we just saw. This baby doll training video. Is that the deal? You just had to have a montage. You felt?
Yeah, I think so. I think Baby Doll was very, very popular back then. I know she was.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying, we don't normally give guys vignettes like this, but she got one.
Right. But
for some of the guys, is it not?
Well, we don't show her wrestling, right, and maybe we should have. So we wanted to show the fact that, that she's not going to be a pushover in Jim Cornette's match. And we're hoping that when some people look at this video, that they will say, wow, she can beat his ass.
Right.
She's not just a valet. So I get it. I understand it. And you're saying it's a smack in the face of wrestlers who never get a workout video.
No, I'm just saying there's a whole lot of guys who were fighting for time on here.
Well,
and listen, I'm not arguing for them or against them. I'm just saying I understand quote unquote wrestler brain a little bit now.
Yeah,
and
of course you do.
Think out some of these guys will be like, oh, God damn. She don't even wrestle. She's not even on the show. She got a fucking vignette. She got a video. I didn't get enough.
Well, shit, they got time wrestling on TV. They did promos.
Yeah, you had so-and-so beat me in 17 seconds for this.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly right, because you are enhancement personality.
Well, how do I get over like Baby Doll? Maybe
you either got it or you don't.
My point is negativity that exists. I'm asking if it existed back then. Was there heat on Baby Doll or how much she was featured? I feel like you're being argumentative instead of just answering the fucking question.
No, okay, I'll answer the fucking question. Not that I was aware of.
Thanks for that.
Now, listen.
Join us next week.
Now, hey, no.
More indecision.
No, don't be like that. Not that I know of. However,
okay,
there could have been some based on the Horseman side of things. If you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
She had more heat for Sam Houston than she did for that video. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So there you go. And unlike ad-free shows, she did not do a no-show for that video.
I wasn't going to say a thing.
Mm-hmm. So there.
How did you know about that?
How do I know about that?
Yeah.
You want me to be honest on this show?
Yeah.
Who you think got Tully Blanchard?
Oh, that'd be you.
Yes. So there.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, I got a text early in the day as I'm driving. A text like, oh my God, can anybody help out? And I immediately said, I'm driving, but I'll see what I can do. Bing.
You know what's cool? Normally I would have been involved in that, but
yeah.
I think they knew since I was in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
They just left me alone.
Yeah. So you didn't know I got involved in that, huh?
I didn't know there was a problem until I saw there was already a resolution. And I'm like, boy, look at this.
Yeah.
I got thrown a curveball and they fixed it. Should have known.
Yeah.
They went to Marietta.
Mm-hmm.
You pulled out your Bag of tricks.
Yeah. Actually, I pulled out my bag of tricks on the road in Virginia somewhere. I mean, I actually did that voice texting, did the whole thing.
And candidly, I think everybody'd rather hear from Tully Blanchard.
Yeah. And candidly, it was a slam dunk.
Oh, of course. Everything Tully does is.
Yeah.
Tully's one of the great surprises I've had in the wrestling experience because you grew up watching this stuff and you're like, man, what an asshole.
Yeah.
You meet him in real life and you're like, okay, well, I was way wrong. That's not even close to true.
You know what? I was told when I first started in wrestling, I don't know, he just stepped on his nuts. He just stepped over, Nikita just stepped over on that guy's nuts.
Why would you do that?
Because you're mean. Anyway.
I don't like people who step on nuts.
I don't either. That's not cool.
No.
When I was when I first started in wrestling, and I don't know who told me this. I don't know where I found out, but I know I heard it somewhere.
Okay.
Was that the heels were in real life the nicer guys.
Oh yeah.
And that's not to say that the baby faces were bad guys, because they weren't. I mean, Magnum I loved, Rock and Roll Express I loved, Jimmy Valiant, all those guys. But I hung out with the Horsemen. I did. I mean, it's well documented. It's going to be documented here in Butts and Seats. And
sure you have a comic book coming out. I'm just trying to get to the bottom.
Okay, let me finish my anecdote here. So I hung out with the Horsemen. I did. I hung out with Arn and Flair, and Arn is still a very good friend of mine. Got to reconnect with Tully. Thanks to all this. I saw JJ recently. I try to stay in touch with Ole, check in on him now and then. Although bless his heart, I'm not so sure he realizes I'm checking in on him, but I know his girlfriend is. And so yeah, I hung out with Cornette. I just we talk about that. So anyway, I don't know where this was going or what started this conversation, but
about Tully being a nice guy.
Thank you. Heels were always good guys in real life, except maybe Nikita before he found Christ.
He was not a nice guy back then.
Well, he stepped on the guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Just now. I mean, that's got to be.
But I mean, it wasn't your nuts.
No, but look at the Cobra clutch here, man. Oh, they got it on.
Cobra.
Oh, there's a shot of Baby Doll again. Do you think I'll be at ad-free shows? No. Here we go.
The Warlord out next.
Yeah.
Was that a jacked up dude or what?
Whew. With Baby Doll. Look at, I mean, he is
the third member of the Road Warriors right here.
Yeah, I know.
He looks like if Hawk fucked Animal. They had a little baby Warlord.
In
my head, when Warlord, actually, it is fun to imagine Hawk, Animal, and Warlord as babies, but those haircuts.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Somebody ought to Photoshop that for us. There he goes.
Here's what we could do. Why don't me and you get haircuts like that?
No.
Why not?
Because at my age, if you shave part of your head, there's always a chance it won't grow back.
Well, that'd be the best rib of all.
Yeah. I know you want it for a rib. Warlord was a very quiet, unassuming kid. Didn't have an outgoing personality. Talked very, very quietly.
You're trying to put him down?
Put him down?
Yeah, trying to say he didn't have it. He wasn't charismatic. Trying to do?
He wasn't.
Really?
His charisma was in the ring.
You know he's going to come to you and hurt you now.
No, he's not. He's a good guy. I
was texting with him the other day, and he said that fucking Schiavone.
Okay. Yeah, you know, you are fucking full of shit. Oh, she's talking to Cornette.
Who's Jim Cornette? There you see Big Bubba at the left of the screen. Winner of the match, the Warlord with Baby Doll for Mike Simone.
This is Waylon Jennings, and I'm looking forward to being a part of the Great American Bash 86 this summer. It'll be the best in family entertainment.
I love that you guys never gave specific dates because you're like, we don't fucking know yet. But Some really cool shit's happening.
It's time for the Bash update. Let's bring in the update across update. There's Great American Bash. Update. There it is. There's the word. Go.
The Great American Bash. Just a couple more days. It's on us. 14 cities. It starts in Philadelphia. It ends in Atlanta. Tony, they're some of the greatest states.
Some of the greatest cities in the world. Philadelphia, the Great American Bash. Washington, D.C., Memphis, Tennessee, Charlotte, North Carolina, Cincinnati, Ohio, Charleston, West Virginia, Roanoke, Virginia, Jacksonville, Florida, Norfolk, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Johnson City, Tennessee, Greensboro, North Carolina, and David, as you said, ending up with Atlanta, Georgia, and Fulton County Stadium.
And Tony, everybody is ready for the Bash. As you can see, they're primed. They are ready. And there's another man that's ready, Jim Crockett Jr.
Let's bring in Jim Crockett Jr.,
Hey,
president
now.
of Jim Crockett Promotions. And Jimmy, all the talk, we're just about here.
My
Great,
God.
successful year for Jim Crockett Promotions, but I know especially looking forward to the Great American Bash.
Great American Bash. 1 year of blood, sweat, and tears, and Tuesday it all starts. And I couldn't be happier for all the wrestlers that are involved and all the many thousands of fans that will be involved in the Great American Bash.
Speaking of some of the wrestlers involved in the Great American Bash, America's team, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Magnum TA. David Crockett earlier recorded an interview with America's team. Let's go to that interview right now.
Great American Bash. It's here. It's upon us. 14 cities. And the thing is, only here in America could we do something like this. It's a place where you're free to talk, speak, whether he likes it or I like it. You can do what you want right here. America's very special to me. I know how I feel. Magnum, how do you feel about it?
Well, you know, it's the only country in the world that affords you the luxury to choose your own profession, take the God-given talents that you've got, and go out there and be the best you can be. Take that chance. Go out on the greatest adventure in the world. And being a part of the Great American Bash, being able to wrestle in them, being able to watch all the other great competition, it couldn't happen any other place but America.
And this is America's team right here. Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA. Dusty?
I think America to me, because through the years, Dusty Rhodes, the American dream is my children, and seeing them run and play and going to school and being free. And that word free, sometimes we take for granted. And Jim Crockett Promotions set out to have the Great American Bash. It is a statement of freedom. And the greatest sport that we feel in the world is professional wrestling, the greatest promotion. And the Great American Bash is coming to your country. That is free. It's coming all over the country, 14 cities. And if I had to sum it up in one word or two or three words, is we've been talking about it. I won't stop talking about it. And I want to express my freedom. I want to do it, Jack. I want to get on with it, David.
All right, Dusty, there's, like you said, we've all talked about it, but there's a man that expresses our feelings best. He's a friend of ours and a friend of the Superstation.
So living in the promised land, our dreams are made of steel. The prayer of every man is to know how freedom feels. There is a winding road across the shifting sands, and room for everyone living in the promised land. And so they came from the distant isles, nameless woman, faithless child, like a bad dream, until there was no room at all, no place to run and no place to fall. So give us your daily bread. We have no shoes to wear, no place to call our own, only this cross to bear. We are the multitude. Lend us a helping hand. Is there no love anymore living in the promised land?
God, that was fucking cheesy, dude.
You did. I was looking up a couple of things here as Dusty alluded to his children.
Yeah.
Cody was 1 year old.
Yep.
And Dustin was 17.
Teal was what, like 5?
I was looking. I can't find Teal here anywhere. But
I think Teal's 4 years older than Cody. So
okay, so she was like 5 years old. So he had very young children back then, and a teenage son by another wife, and
a teenage daughter.
And a teenage daughter, absolutely. She came to we saw it one of our Starcast.
Starcast 2 in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I hadn't seen her in a long, long time. I think I think she had been a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader at one time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yeah. Like our good buddy and good friend of the show's, the one and only Rebel. You know, can't get enough of Rebel. Not only because she's gorgeous, but because doesn't she have one of the greatest personalities ever? Your 40-year-old brain just can't catch up like it used to, can it?
You're just going to get in trouble. You're fresh off.
No, I look. What's wrong with Rebel? We love Rebel. You know we love Rebel.
I love Rebel.
But all of us do.
Are on here just 1 week removed from your big 40-year anniversary, guessing your love for another woman. And that's hurtful.
No.
Better.
No.
I'm ashamed for you.
No. When I was growing up, my best friend was a girl. I've told that story before. That's why I've been able to last 40 years with a woman. I get along with women.
Is this really what you're trying to pitch right now?
No, Britt Baker is a friend of mine. Rebel is a friend of mine. Nyla Rose is a friend of mine. Bunny is a friend of mine. Who else?
It was a fantastic thing you did recently.
The beautiful Layla Gray is a friend of mine.
Where Vicky Guerrero's laying down the challenge. He says, you and your lackey Reba, and you mouthed the word rebel.
Right.
And she saw you, thanked you. She mouthed the word thank. It was a great, like, if you weren't paying attention, you'd miss it.
Right.
But that little nuance stuff, dude, you and her, y'all get that. Y'all have a special connection. And I think we need to get to the bottom of it. I mean, when are you leaving Lois? That's what we're talking about.
As soon as I pay off all my bills.
This is hurtful.
No, I'm not. Do you think I'd last 40 years just to walk? No, man. This is forever.
Wait, so she's cool with what you and Rebel have going on?
We have nothing. We have nothing going on.
Well, you don't have to get.
And we are disrupting Ole Anderson selling for Keith Larson, Rocky Kronoodle.
Not long.
Yeah, it didn't happen long. Ole, man, Ole just had those.
Trying to change the subject.
No, the boots and the tights. Just that's all Ole Anderson, man.
Just admit that you're in love
with Rebel.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay. It's easier to just talk these things through.
Okay. Yes, I have one of my favorite people. One of my favorite people, as you are.
You love
us. I'll come to your 41st birthday. What?
You won't. You won't come to nothing. You didn't come to my. I got married, Tony, and you didn't come. Then I turned 40, and you didn't come.
You did.
But if it was goddamn Rebel's birthday, you'd fucking be there.
Well, maybe.
Here's where we are.
Okay.
Bruce Pritchard had time to come. You didn't.
Okay.
You hear what I just said? That doesn't even make sense. Tells me where I am in the pecking order over there, though. I get it. I'm Jobber Schiavone. It's me now.
Yeah, you are. But don't worry about it.
Schiavone.
Okay. Well, you a fucking lie. And look at this, man. Going for that shoulder. Wow. I don't know if you can. That's got to really hurt.
Oh, here we go. That's really good.
I'm privileged today. I'm surrounded by 3 of the 4 horsemen and their spiritual guidance. The administrative director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises, my colleague James J. Dillon, national heavyweight champion Tully Blanchard, world television champion Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson. Gentlemen, all I can say is welcome.
Mr. Cornette, you're very quick-witted today. There's nobody that's got a sharper tongue than you do. But today, for me personally, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, and David Crockett in an earlier interview set the mood for me, which is a very, very dead serious mood. We're just a few days away from the Great American Bash. And a lot of money is involved, a lot of prestige, a lot of things on the line. And they talked about living in the promised land, waving the American flag. That's all fine and well. But you see, living in America doesn't guarantee you success. It only guarantees you the opportunity. And then from that point, you have to take your ability and get out and get it done. Now, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, you crippled Ole Anderson and put him out for almost 6 months. You have not yet been fully paid for what you did, but you are vulnerable. And you will go down, and it could happen before the American Bash is over with. Now, the Road Warriors, awesome. They said you couldn't beat him. They said you couldn't hurt him. And right here in this very studio, the people that you see surrounding me right now, minus the world heavyweight champion Ric Flair, who's here in spirit and constantly on our minds, was out here, and all of the Road Warriors, not one of them, not two of them, but all three of them were laid out right here in this studio, and we stepped over them on the way out. And then we turned around to prove a point and picked up the slap. That's what I'm getting to, the slap. The slap heard around the world, huh? And Tuesday, Philadelphia, Veterans Stadium, the slap was nothing because Ric Flair is going to finish and prove that it wasn't a fluke.
You know, Jim Cornette, the Horseman is like a family. Rock said it many times, and when he came back, the family was back complete. And you know, Rock, since you've been gone, Dusty Rhodes, he sends a lot of people, Garvins, Magnums, Road Warriors, all around to protect himself, so nothing happens to him. But you know, we have proved that the Horsemen are mightier than all of the rest. The Road Warriors, Garvin, all of them have all been left laying and carried out of any building by the Horsemen. Ole, Arn, Flair, and Tully. That's it. That's it. That says it all. Dusty Rhodes, you are vulnerable. Cage matches, you get the Road Warriors, you get Baby Doll, you get anybody you want. The Four Horsemen will take you down. And Dusty Rhodes, 86 is your last year. Right, Rock?
Ole? Everybody's already said it, but Rhodes, one last message for you. I made the prediction 86 is going to be the end. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Four Horsemen are here together, and the one thing that we're going to do, whether it's got to be me and Tully and Arn or Rick or JJ, I don't care if it's 1 or 2, 3, 4, all 5 of us. I made the prediction it's going to stick. Rhodes, you're done at 86.
Arn? I'm going to be dead serious, and I'm directing this right to you, Rhodes, Garvin, Wahoo, Rock and Roll Express, Magnum, whoever you may be. You look at these trophies, this one, you look at Flair's. All these are our trophies. This is not what the Four Horsemen are all about. To be a horseman, you can have one of these too, but it's inbred, it's guts, it's a determination to be the very best you can be, and not caring one bit about public opinion. You think about that. You take public opinion, put it above your own aspirations, you're going to be a failure. We do what we want to do because we want to do it. Get in here, Rob. A great American Bash, we're coming.
I love Ole was out of place for the big hand thing. They're yelling, Ole, Ole.
Let me address that.
Yeah.
But let's address this first.
Last week, right here on World Championship Wrestling, the Horsemen coming in with the Road Warriors and all 5 jumping on Hawk, laying out not only you, Paul Ellering, but Animal down on the floor, and I'm sure that still is in your mind.
You know, Tony, I got to say one thing and think about this real close. I respect these men for one reason. I don't have the guts it takes to be a backstabbing coward. And that's all you are, Four Horsemen. You've been ditch diggers all your life. And I don't want to get down on the ditch diggers because there's a lot of good people. But think about where I'm coming from.
Oh,
You're
God.
digging a hole, gentlemen, and that hole has gotten so deep where just a couple weeks ago, you could have still crawled out of the hole. But now the hole's too deep. You can't get out of the hole. And you're still digging it. And now the walls are going to come crumbling in, and you're going to be buried, Four Horsemen. And in the end, the American Bash is going to provide the ground for you to prove to the world that you're good sportsmen. The only thing wrong with being good sportsmen is you're going to have to lose to prove it. Now let's watch that film, Tony.
Let's take a look at what happened just last week.
Man, this is the second replay in the same show.
I know. I want to address a couple of things. Apparently, we are seeing now the beginning of the politically correct era in World Championship Wrestling, because Paul did not want to offend ditch diggers.
Well, he knew there was a lot of ditch diggers who bought tickets.
Well, you know what? Have you ever dug a ditch?
Yeah, once.
No. Okay. I spent some summers digging ditches.
Yeah, I did it for a day, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get another job.
Yeah, it's they're pretty tough people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hats off to ditch diggers. Did Jim Cornette
ditch diggers.
Well, let me get to this point. Did Jim Cornette in his book, and I didn't read the entire book, I read most of it, did he ever talk about Ole Anderson?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they get along?
Yeah. I mean, Ole's attitude was, I saw the tape and I wanted to fucking kill the kid. And if he could make me want to kill him, I knew he would be fantastic.
Okay.
I think him and Bill Watts both had sort of the same idea or attitude.
Now, I want to watch this because watch the bump Animal takes here. Watch.
Oh, boy, that hurt.
That was. Yeah, he was supposed to hit the apron and then fall off, but he missed the apron completely on that one.
That hurt for real.
Yes, it did. And I noticed that last week when we saw that this was the end of the show a week ago. There was something about that whole thing that made me think that Ole didn't care that much for Jim Cornette, and that's why he wouldn't stand around there. Or maybe he was just letting Jim Cornette take the spotlight. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously I'm wrong. So look, this is a hell of a gourd buster right here, buddy.
Oh yeah, he fell.
Yeah.
They're laid out, dude.
Yeah, they are. It's tremendous. It's really a very good angle. Anyway, so I don't know. That's why Ole was like walking around, or maybe there were like too many people there. I don't know. Maybe he was pissed off that Cornette and Bubba were. Here we go.
The Legion of Doom. You know, some Tony Schiavone. The stupidest thing that J.J. Dillon and the Four Horsemen can do is come out here with their belts and brag about what they did to the Legion of Doom. I ain't been knocked out since I was 10 years old, and I'm telling you something, it ain't ever gonna happen again. Now, Tony Schiavone, see, we're just a little bit different than everybody else. We don't care about titles. We got one thing in our mind, Flair, Anderson's. We got one thing in our mind, and that's to have you on your knees, begging for mercy. Then you know what we're going to do? We're going to slap you, and then you're going to know what it feels like to feel the wrath of the Legion of Doom. Ric Flair, you've not only insulted the Road Warriors' pride, you've insulted everybody who watches the NWA across this whole nation. Because, Ric Flair, when you're out here bragging how you slapped me in the face, you forget to tell everybody that there was 3 guys holding me, that it took 4 of you to get it done. And when it takes 4 dudes to jump 1 guy, that means you're scared. You're real scared. You can't get the job done by yourself. Well, in Philadelphia, you're going to be by yourself, Flair. No horsemen, no donkeys, no nothing. Just you and me, Flair. And then we're going to find out what a bad cat's all about. And then you think that slap was heard around the world? I'm going to slap you right out of Veterans Stadium. You can take that to the big punk.
The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, fans don't go away.
And the fans were quiet. They were listening intently.
Yeah, they controlled the room when they were in there. It's hard to believe it was 35 years ago, isn't it?
Dude, it's hard to believe that you've been married 40 years.
Yeah. Whew. And it's hard to believe that Mike and Joe are dead.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's
way to bring us down.
Well, I was thinking about all that. This is Thunderfoot 1 and 2, or this is the Golden Terror and Thunderfoot. Okay.
But the Rock and Roll Express will never die.
No. As long as Ricky at age 70 does a Canadian Destroyer.
Ricky at age 78 the other day.
Yeah.
Just wrestled in his 50th state. He wrestled for Game Changer Wrestling in Wyoming.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow. You know what I also realized the other day?
What'd you realize?
That I've announced wrestling in 5 different decades. Is that right? 80, 90.
80, 90, 2000. Yeah.
Yeah. 5 different decades.
God, you're so old.
And JR started in 70s, so he's been in 6 decades of doing wrestling. 5 different decades of doing wrestling. Now, of course, the 2000, I wasn't there much. The 2000s, but I was there.
It counts.
It counts. Yeah.
We count it for you.
Thank you. It's just old shit. Just old shit. Old shit. I wonder if Ricky and Robert are going to be doing a promo here, or if Ricky's going to be doing a promo.
Are you old shit?
Am I old shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm oldish.
No, I know you're old ass. I'm saying, are you old shit? Not old ass shit. Actual old shit.
Yeah, I'm old shit. I'm like dog poop that's turned white. It's been sitting around so long. You know how dog poop turns white?
Well, I know you do, since Bug shits in the bat cave.
One time. Bug? No more shitting in the bat cave.
Well, he'll probably listen.
Well, he does listen to me, man. This dog's my best friend.
Does he mind as well as Lois?
No. This dog's my only friend.
Well, what am I?
If this dog's ever had a 40th birthday party,
you'd show up.
I'd be there for it.
Don't steal my jokes before I can tell them. You knew that's where I was going, you motherfucker. That's how I know we've hung out too long. You steal my jokes at the same time I do, and you're like, here's what I say, watch. And yeah, you nailed it. That's exactly what I was going to say.
You're right.
You got me.
I got you.
Got me figured out.
So how's your 41st year coming along so far? Okay. Business is great.
My 40th year. I'm not 41. I'm 40.
Well, this will be your 41st year.
Oh, Jesus. Listen to you.
Well, and so it's going along okay. I mean, you obviously are just making millions of dollars, and we just obviously went to
well established.
Went to a break there, and you want to help me pay for a Range Rover? Shit, you do help me pay for a Range Rover.
I was going to say, you should be able to buy a few.
Anyway, so the next project is the new driveway, and you say it's going to cost more than $5,000.
I knew it was the next project simply because we've had some of our listeners taking spy shots of you checking out your driveway.
Motherfuckers.
What's up with that, Tony?
I don't know. But man, when I saw that, as you know,
it freaked you out.
Oh yeah, it did freak me out.
Just to catch everybody up, I was sent a picture recently of Tony Schiavone in his own driveway.
Right.
And I thought, well, this is worth sharing, I guess.
Yeah.
Somebody figured out, well, listen to this.
There we go. Is currently starting the greatest challenge of his entire career during the Great American Bash. Can he defend the World Heavyweight title 14 times against the 14 top challengers, something no other NWA champion has ever done? I think he can, and so does he. And after you listen to this interview, I think you'll agree with me that Ric Flair is going to be the World Heavyweight champion.
The Great American Bash are going to kick off around this world. And when that bell rings in Philadelphia, the first man to go down is going to be none other than the Road Warrior Hawk. And then we're going to Dusty Rhodes, and we're going to Road Warrior Animal. We're going to Wahoo McDaniels, Ronnie Garvin, Morton Gibson. Then we're going to jump on big man Nikita Cola. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, around the world, they're saying today that Ric Flair has got to wrestle the best 14 men there are in the greatest sport in the world. He's got to defend this 14 times in 30 days against all odds. Well, let me tell you how it is. When you're the top gun, when you're the world champion, when you're Slick Rick, when you're the man, it really makes no difference, because above all else, you see, the one thing that I am that nobody else is I'm the champ. And when I come through those airports, the sky caps are hollering, here come the champ. You know who they're talking about? They're talking about Ric Flair, because there's only one world champion. There's only one man who's custom made from head to toe. There's only one man who's a kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun. And that's the world champion. So 14 of you, you got your best shot ahead of you. Y'all have got the opportunity to be where I already have been and gonna stay. 14 dates, the world champion, and in 14 dates, you're gonna know why I'm the champ. Woo!
He's having fun, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Good stuff. Did a lot of those seemingly interviews done earlier. Oh, here's a buddy.
Oh, there's Shaska. Oh man, how great is he in the white? Oh, by the way, here's the deal. The reason is because the day before, as we mentioned, he was in Salt Lake.
Right.
So he's in Utah defending the belt the night before. No chance to get back in time for TV. By the way, believe it or not, later that day, the very same day this is happening, we would have a show from Jim Crockett Promotions in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Flair and Garvin in the main event, Bobby and Dennis taking on Dusty and Magnum. Wow. The Road Warriors in there with the Russians. Wahoo's going to fight Tully Blanchard to a no contest. Dick Murdoch with Steve Regal. And here's my favorite. Jackson Brody was in a losing effort against Hillbilly Tudor, who we know is Cassio Kid's dad. Hillbilly Tudor.
What?
Hillbilly Tudor shirts are available now at boxinggimmicks.com. Hillbilly Tudor. What's your favorite Hillbilly Tudor match?
I don't remember Hillbilly Tudor.
He was the champion of the little known Albuquerque Wrestling Club.
Uh-huh.
A little disappointed you don't know much about Hillbilly Tudor.
Oh man. There you go. Hey, I just want to put a cap on our story of Tony Schiavone in the driveway.
Oh yes.
So you get a text, right?
Yeah. Picture of you in your driveway. You ever see that movie with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes called The Fan?
Yeah, right.
And I felt like, if this guy happens to be a washed up knife salesman, we might be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So first, before I texted you, I texted Lois and I said, hypothetically, you did go ahead and execute that life insurance policy without Tony's knowledge, right? The 1 million you picked out together. She says, of course, sweet baby. And I said, okay. Just want to make sure. She said, why do you ask, lover? And I was like, don't ask questions, bitch. So anyway, then I texted.
Can't top that one. Let's move on to the next story.
Anyway, then I sent you the picture and I got all caps. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. All right. So here's the story. Bug and I
don't take pictures of you.
At my house.
Yeah. It's fine if you're at Dynamite, but if you're in your house or around, if you're on your property, if you're checking the mail, scratching your sack, picking up the paper.
Yeah.
No paparazzi allowed.
Yeah. Jesus. So Bug and I have our own chairs and we sat side by side in the driveway. Watch, because Bug loves to do that. He just loves watching dogs go by. He doesn't chase them. He just watches them, watches birds, stares. I mean, he just loves doing that. We stay out there every afternoon. Tonight, this afternoon, and I'll have an energy drink and I'll look on my phone and we'll talk a little bit. And so some cocksucker snapped a picture of me.
Yes.
As he's driving up the road there towards my house.
Yes.
We're right on the intersection.
Accurate.
And so now I'm thinking about everybody that comes towards us now. I'm going to have to pop them the bird.
Yes. Just in case. Preemptively.
Yeah.
So it was a bird.
And this picture was taken by a friend of a friend of a friend type thing.
Yeah. I don't know this person.
Fuck this person.
Well, let's give your home address one more time.
No. God damn it. Don't. Jim Cornette.
It has never looked better since me and Big Bubba got on the scene. Big Bubba Rogers, been a heartthrob, been an idol of millions of females for the past few weeks now on national television. Also been taking very good care of me, and I have taken very good care of this wrestling program. And coming in right now, the former six-man champions that I know will be again, Ivan and Nikita Koloff and Crusher Khrushchev. Crusher, you got a lot to talk about the Bash.
What's he saying right now, Tony?
Have you notice? Look at this. You notice? I don't talk like a Russian. As a matter of fact, Khrushchev is really a funky spelling. Here's the deal, though. You may have noticed since I've gained a lot of weight since my injury. That's right. He's gained a lot of weight since his injury, and he's one of those muscle heads from Minnesota that we got. I got one to my right here pretending to be Nikita Koloff. Not me. I'm from Canada. That's right, Canada. And I'm really a nice guy, unlike this guy to my right. And, oh, by the way, Barry Darso's a pretty nice guy, too. And, you know, they're going to give him these silly gimmicks like Repo Man and the Blacktop Bully and maybe another one, I don't know. But the fact is that he has silly gimmicks. I've only had one gimmick my entire life. That was a Russian, and I'm not a Russian. I'm Canadian. My name is Red or something like that. And you see what I'm talking about? I have to sit here and be the mouthpiece for a couple of goofs from Minnesota. Me. I wrestled, I've said this before, I wrestled Pedro Morales in Madison Square Garden when it was sold out, and now I've got to be talking for you. Well, Nikita, let me say that I'm going to put myself over first. Shatoata. How do you like Dairy Queen? How do you like your Blizzards? You like them with, I don't know, let's see, M&M's? Do you like them with Reese's Pieces? Do you like them with Snickers? You like them with Oreo cookies? I like to give mine a good old Hawkins spit and stir it up and give it to the guy on my left. But then I look up to Jesus and I say, forgive me for what I did. And Jesus says, I would have done the same thing because he's a little weasel. I'm not talking about Heenan. I'm talking about Cornette. Shatoata. I hope you like your Dairy Queen Blizzards the way I like them because I am from Minnesota. My name is Scott S. Simpson. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm that Hall of Famer that's pissed off about what you're saying. Was I ever in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. I don't know about the Hall of Fame, but I look up to Jesus and I say, who cares about the Hall of Fame? I'm in your Hall of Fame. That's the Shatoata Hall of Fame. And Ric Flair, you're going to go down in the Great American Bash. 1, 2, 3. Do you know why? Because I don't know how to sell. All right, let's go to the ring.
Tully Blanchard and the Italian Stallion here. We got to get some Italian stories on here. You tell us all the time that Matt Hardy's got a million of them, but we got to hear some.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. He was so involved in wrestling throughout his career, and he is like completely, I mean, he's not around. You don't hear anything about him anymore.
Right.
And I was, because he was such a worker in the real sense, that you would think you would hear from him. I mean, obviously he you know, took a lot of guys' money. And he was a con man. He always was. He had a cleaning service. He told me about clean carpets. And it was called the Italian Stallion Cleaning Service or something like that. See, he said, I said, you go in people's houses and clean carpets? He said, yeah. I said, do you have equipment? He said, I rent it, put it in a van, make a little money. I went, okay, whatever. So I could tell by that story he was a worker. And of course, he could have.
Well, wait a minute. A guy who is an entrepreneur and cleans carpets
is a worker.
How?
Well, I think all you entrepreneur likes are, you know,
we're fucking workers.
Right. There's a certain element of you guys that are full of shit.
What do you guys mean? I don't even know him. I've never met him.
Okay. You never had a carpet cleaning service?
No.
Okay. There was never a hillbilly carpet cleaning service in Gunnersville when you were growing up. Watch out. Slingshot suplex. 1, 2, 3. Tully wins again.
My parents used to, when I was little, I remember one time they rented one at a grocery store, but I mean, we used it at our house. We didn't
put it in the van and charge people for it.
No.
There you go. Well, so you're
That's
not
an honest living, bud.
Yeah, I know this. Honestly. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Please be Shaska.
The Barbarian and Baron Von Raster.
Boy, you smell like a fresher breath air, and that's lovely. Let me tell you something right now. The bash is upon us. And one place I can think of right now, Memphis, Tennessee. The pole match with the Baron and Jimmy Valiant. You know, Valiant, when you leave Memphis, you might be a bald-headed geek. And the Raging Bull, the man that says that he's going to be Valiant's savior on the bunkhouse match, where Mr. Shaska Whatley is going to destroy him. That's right, boss. Because I'm going to tell you what, Manny Fernando, don't nobody know what you is, but I'm going to tell you what you going to be. You going to get out of our hair. That's right, because if you want to wind up like Valiant is going to be, keep messing with the Army. Stick that brown nose in here so I can put some of this black on it. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If you think the Barbarian is hiding, you sadly mistaken. All them big muscles is waiting on you. And you, king of the hillbillies, I can't wait to whoop me a hillbilly. Every day.
This is Ricky, a match of survival. The pole with the loaded riot glove on top. Whoever survives the match climbs the pole, gets the glove, the loaded glove, and then the Great American Bash begins. Bash, bash, bash. Jimmy Valiant, I'm going to get the glove, and you're going to go down in defeat, and that's all the people need to know.
Bald-head geek, Valiant, you're going to be a bald-head geek, and all them hillbillies is going to know it. You know what? Baron likes to whoop on hillbillies, too.
Let's go to the ring.
Dude, we got to have a statue for Shaska.
Manny Fernando, I don't know what you is.
But I know what you going to be.
I'm going to take that brown nose and put some black on it.
What do you think's going through the mind of this guy wrestling Wahoo?
Oh, my God. Oh, God, I got to hook up with a legend. Oh, okay. All right. Don't say anything about beef jerky. That'll really piss him off. Okay. Wahoo, I've always been a friend of yours. Did you really walk 10 miles for, oh God, here comes Ronnie Garvin. Oh my God. Oh, well, yikes, small of the back. Oh, fuck, man, that's on the fucking throat. You fuck. Well, I was told to kick out. So fuck. Hey, do you know that, tag out. Fuck. Yeah. I got a black singlet too. And I'm going to hook up with this Native American. Oh, fuck. Oh. Snapmare. That didn't hurt. Okay, snapmare me again because I know it's not going to hurt. Oh, you're going to tag in this fucking crazy motherfucker. Okay, that's okay. I hit on my back, but I just don't want to be slapped or punched by this cocksucker. Oh, your crotch smells like shit. Is it over? Is it over? Is it over? Can I get up? Can I get up?
Man talking about the...
Come on, let's hear it for San Antonio.
Looking forward to it
You know
also.
something? It's called, like the man said, put up or shut up. And when you walk down that aisle into the danger zone, it's going to be put up and cut up, Daddy, if you know what I mean. Because come to Bash, whether it be Memphis, whether it be Charlotte, wherever it may be, somebody will be bald. And this is the shadow that Jimmy Valiant always has, the Raging Bull. And I'll promise you one thing. I know my man ain't going to lose his golden locks because I got an eye on all of them. And Shaska or Pistol Pez Whatley, wherever you want to call yourself, Daddy, when you come to Bash, you're going to be as bald as a peach. And the only thing you're going to have is the fuzz we leave left on your head. Because when me and the boogeyman get through with you, Daddy, it's going to be Bash all over you, just like breaking a little hard-boiled egg, baby. Because me and the boogeyman are going to do that today. Ain't that right, bud?
You know something, baby? First of all, I want to tell my brother that sticks with me just like blood, baby. I love you to death, Willie. You my man. You stuck with me full fire, and we're going right through the Bash together. Now, Tony, I want to tell you what's going down. What's going down in the Bash? Pistol Pez Whatley.
Paul Jones, you're both gonna lose your hair. You're both gonna be bald-headed geeks. When I climbed that pole in Memphis, Tennessee, and slide down that pole with that bloated glove, Von Roscoe, I'm gonna beat your brains out. I'm gonna knock your lights right out, Daddy. And me and my blood, me and Willie.
Hey, Big Daddy, you gotta get excited about saving people money. Woo! Woo!
SaveWithConrad.com.
We get to them bunkhouse matches. It's just like a street fight. A New York street fight. Wear anything you want. Carry anything you want in your pockets. You know what? I know for a fact that me and Willie will follow every rule. You know why, Tony? Because there's no rules. We're gonna strip you naked, just like the day you're born, and then we're gonna beat you and cut your hair. All bald-headed geeks, Willie.
We'll see you at the Great American Bash.
Am I wrong in thinking for this to be like the go home show for this Bash tour? It's kind of a weak show.
Yeah, you would think that they would have done that Road Warrior angle the week right prior to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe done a little bit with Baby Doll and Jim Cornette.
Just something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels like it was sort of flat.
Yeah.
We're running a stadium in a couple days.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, I agree. So there you go. That's us booking.
But how about this? The wait is over. Next week, Tony, the Great American Bash.
Great American Bash right here on What Happened When, and we can't wait to bring you that because it's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of surprises. And, of course, we're going to relive some great matches. We're going to see why Ric Flair was the world champion, as Ricky Morton told me after that show. That's why Ric Flair is the world heavyweight champion.
Well, boys and girls, I'm fired up. I don't want to spoil it, but I know we're going to have a lot of fun next week. But for now, Tony, it looks like it's about that time.
Yes, we are coming up on that time. It's time for the Great American Bash Ironing Board Championship between Dave Silva and Cassio Kidd. The one that irons the most shirts or shits his pants first will be the one. Oh, my God. Silva's already shit his pants. He's the champion. See you next week on What Happened When. On Wednesdays, we come to you on Cumulus, but on Mondays, we come to you on
Patron. Patreon.com/WHW Monday. And of course, adfreeshows.com. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.